everybody, and welcome to Game A Dayer. It's the talking head portion today, which means that we have a new game we're gonna play. I still haven't hung my shelves, but we'll figure that out too, eventually. I just don't know where anything needs to go in here. But that's neither here nor there. What we really need to do today is play Deus Ex, Game of the Year Edition. The year is 2052, and the world is a dangerous and chaotic place. Apparently I need to be more in camera. Terrorists operate openly, killing thousands. Drugs, disease, and pollution kill even more. The world's economies are close to collapse, and the gap between the insanely wealthy and desperately poor grows even wider. Boy, that's not relevant. This game has very positive reviews and was released in June of 2000, the year 2000, so it's quite an old game by today's standards. It was it was very influential in the development of both first-person shooters and stealth games. I think it bridged a bunch of gaps at the time, which weren't really being bridged by other things. So I'm playing this game specifically because a friend of mine recommended it years ago to me, and I didn't want her to know that I was restarting my gaming channel and that I hadn't played this one because I'm gonna hear about it. Yeah, I guess this is the time I stop yammering and we just start playing it. Alright. Looks like, is there supposed to be text? Why do I feel like there's stuff that's not being shown on screen that should be? There we go. Okay, so this one's specifically for a friend, Laura. Before starting a new game, we suggest running through a training mission. Would you like to do that now? Sure. Let's do the training.
I figured you'd be sick of drills by now. Hopefully our training exercises will be more interesting than what they've had you doing at the academy. Open the door by clicking the right mouse button. The right button uses items in the world.
Okay.
The key on the desk opens encryption-based nanotech locks. When you pick it up, it will automatically be added to your keyring. Use the keyring to unlock the door and proceed to the next area.
Cool.
You're going to get a lot of equipment during these exercises. Press F1 at any time to access the inventory screen, which will let you add and remove items from the tool belt. Press F2 to view your current goals and any notes you may decide to take. On a typical mission, a UNATCO agent's objectives are logged electronically so that he can stay on task at all times. Now pick up a weapon and try to break open those crates. One of them's indestructible, but the others contain things you might find useful. Now
Sure.
pick up the lockpick and use it to open a door. Lockpicking takes time and expends the self-assembling resources of modern lockpicks. Just be patient and remember your training. At higher skill levels, you won't need as much time or lockpick resources to pick a lock.
Alright.
Doors have two strength values. The door strength tells you how much damage the door takes before being destroyed. The lock strength tells you how many lockpicks will be required to pick the lock. Some doors have an infinite strength and an infinite lock strength. That means you have to find a key.
Cool. I picked the lock.
The code to the door has been stored in that data cube. Right-click on the data cube to read the contents, then type the code into the keypad. You activate the keypad with the right mouse button, just like you activate a data cube or any object in the world.
Ugh. The mouse is so sensitive because it's like running on...
Use the disposable multi-tools on the table to hack the keypad up ahead. A multi-tool's resources are finite. When a tool is depleted, it becomes useless. The manual describes other uses for the multi-tool. At higher skill levels, you'll need less time and multi-tool resources to hack a given device.
It's such an old game aesthetic. See, a multi-tool is not really a tool that I'll use, not in the usual sense of the word, but a disposable electronic device that utilizes electromagnetic resonance. It's a sonic screwdriver. Cannot be used for computer information extraction or hacking. Almost done, but one quick note. I'm not exactly the expert on this sort of thing. For that, you'll have to check in with Sam Carter when you get to Liberty Island. But remember that there's any number of other ways to open a door, including using explosives or finding a security computer. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, there's a map over here. Looks like a fairly standard map. So how is that any different from using a lockpick?
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
Oh. But we'll find that.
You aren't done yet.
I'm not. Okay.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No cheating. Got you running the course, huh? Don't sweat it. Everybody has to do it once, even the special agents.
Lying in front of you is a brave cadet who volunteered to be rendered unconscious for this next training exercise. Highlight and search him to find the key to the medical room. Afterward, pick up his body and place it on the medical table so that one of my aides can revive him once the exercise is over.
Okay. I received a nano. Nice. How do I pick him up? You found a body.
Good work.
Thump.
I'll get someone down there immediately to revive Private Winslow. Move on to the next area.
That's ridiculous.
You can bet this won't be the last time we send you into a dark room.
No.
Turn on your light augmentation and find the exit on the other side. Just press F12 by default.
Light augmentation, so that means that I'm a cyborg, and rather than having a flashlight, I have light ray eyes. That's gotta be creepy to look at for other people. I assume. Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, finding the door. Ooh. Hello.
Not a mech, but you're enough of a machine to need repair bots now and then. If you used up some bioelectric energy getting through the dark area, for example, this contraption can charge you back up.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I did use battery.
Congratulations, you completed phase 1. Move over the ramp into the next rooms to begin learning movement skills. We'll be watching you through the cameras, like the one you can see up in the corner. In the field, remember that terrorists sometimes use cameras like this in their security grids to set off alarms and alert guards to your location. Jump across the platforms. You'll have to crouch to get under those pipes. If you fall, use the stairs to begin again.
I mean, I found some ammo in the other room, so... I guess I'm auto-running.
You need to go through the door up ahead, but it's blocked. Those wooden crates are too big to jump and too heavy to lift, so use the metal crates near the wall to build steps. To pick up a crate, walk up to it so that it highlights, then click the right mouse button. To drop something you're holding, you can press the tab key by default.
They could have made this
Now,
part
go up the
of...
ladder at the other end of the room. By default, you look up and use the arrow keys to climb.
They could have made this part of the actual game and not had it be such a, like, training mission.
We get some complaints about this swimming obstacle because the water's contaminated. Recruits forget to grab the hazmat suit and end up in my office. Not pretty. Or they forget that they have to put the suit on by selecting it and pressing the left mouse button. Remember that the hazmat is disposable. You can wear it only once, and it operates only for a fixed duration. Use the ramp on the other side of the floor to climb up. These medical bots only use for quick healing. Of particular interest to you, JC, because you need a bot to install augmentations. If you took any damage during the swim, now's a good time to get patched up.
Sure. That's so weird. Old games are so weird.
Gotta start the next section without arms or tools. Rules are rules.
Welcome to the combat training area. I am Günther Hermann, and I will be monitoring your progress here. We will start with weapon familiarization. Your first exercise will be to learn a little about aiming and targeting. Step up to the shooting range to the west. The targets are released by using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and take a few shots with one of the pistols until it is destroyed. Notice the targeting reticle appears when you aim at a target.
Alright.
Good. If you hold your aim for a few seconds before firing, you will notice the reticle starts out wide and tightens as you hold. The longer you aim as a target without moving, the greater your accuracy will become. Release the second target and aim before shooting this time.
I don't see it actually moving at all. There it goes.
Good work. Now proceed to the next area.
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
Jerk. Oh, I keep my gun.
This is a rifle range. Here, you will learn one of the ways skill level makes a difference in your accuracy. Step up to the shooting range.
Done.
The targets are released using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and destroy it with the rifle. Use the rifle scope by pressing the left bracket key to turn the scope on.
Oh. I don't like that.
Excellent. Now we are going to raise your skill with rifles to master level. Release the second target and destroy it. Good work. As you can see, higher skills give you better range, accuracy, and effectiveness. Proceed to the next area when you are ready.
Uh-huh.
And in your equipment. That's right. No cheating.
This is the demolitions training area. First you will learn to use the lamp as a proximity mine. Approach the bay window and you will see a lamp placed on the target board on the black and red wall. Press the first button next to the window and a security bot will be released. Watch as he nears the lamp. Lamps placed on the walls are proximity triggered.
Oh, that button. Oh dear.
This time you will place your own lamp. Take a lamp from the munitions bay and proceed to the red and black wall below. Get as close to the wall as possible when you place the lamp. If you aren't close enough, the lamp will fall to the ground and detonate.
Oh, whoops. Interesting. Alright. This is so weird. It's like they couldn't reset the switch.
Very good, Agent Denton. You may proceed to the next area for more demolitions training.
Crap. I think I'm gonna go and visit this medbot. I mean, blow up this medbot. Oh wow, okay. This way? This way.
You'll need a few extra lamps for the demolitions area. Here, catch.
Oh boy.
Next, you will need to breach the doors in the hallway. Throw a lamp down to the end of the hall. Once it blows, proceed down the corridor. Notice how the wooden door was destroyed and the metal and barred doors remained. Remember this for future reference. Beyond the destroyed door, you can see a damaged piece of wall you can also breach with a lamp. Try that now.
This is basically Cyberpunk Zelda.
Excellent. Notice that the wall is opened. Look for other weakened walls such as this, and your lamp and other explosives will allow you to breach them. Continue through that breach and on to the next section.
Got to start the next section without arms or tools. Rules are rules.
Rules are rules.
The area beyond the door is the grenade defusing facility. Here you will learn how to remove planted explosive devices. At each of the corners of this area, you will find a lamp planted on the wall. You must disarm and remove all 4 lamps before you can proceed to the next section of training. You will need to move up to the lamp quickly and to defuse it by right-clicking. A second right-click will remove the lamp from the wall.
Okay. Interesting. So far, so good. I don't have to sneak up on it, I guess.
A word of warning, Agent Denton. This was a simulated experience. Real lamps will not be so forgiving. You may proceed to the next area.
Oh good, I'm 100% ready.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No
No
cheating.
cheating. Covert?
Now you will learn to move quietly and conceal yourself so that you will be able to avoid a confrontation altogether.
Ah, cyborg femme fatale.
The test is simple. Get to the far north door without being spotted by the guards below. If one of them sees you, he will sound an alarm and lock the door.
Alright. Stealth is a vital component of all UNATCO operations. When implemented correctly, stealth missions results in lowest popular possible ratio of agent to civilian casualties to hostile losses. Situational awareness is key. Agents should not only be familiar with tactical opportunities offered by the immediate environment, but how those opportunities can be exploited to their advantage, blah blah blah. Other features of the environment can also be used by the agent. Alright, well, that's... Oh, that was a reset button. I gotcha.
cover and crouch when you move.
Whoops. What do the goggles do?
I know I saw somebody.
You blew it. The alarm just closed the north door. Return to the control room to the south and press the button in the overlook window to restart the test.
Yeah.
This time, don't let the guards see you. Stay crouched, stay behind the crates, and stay behind the guards.
This is going to be so annoying. You know what? I wish I had a controller as opposed to a mouse and keyboard here. Alright, so there's the guard.
Hear that? Everybody check weapons.
Always remember the 4 basic tactics to avoid detection. Crouch behind concealment. Stay behind enemies. Move slowly to avoid making noise. And use shadows to conceal yourself. Be alert to every possibility.
Alright.
Thought it was a terrorist. Movement, sir, movement.
Dang it. Ugh. I should probably have a face cam for this. Because it would probably be worth watching my face as I act all flabbergasted. Run. Yeah. I'm gonna be bad at the stealth part.
This lesson, Agent. They have assigned us to be partners, and I will not stop to hold your hand and repeat myself when we are facing a real enemy.
Oh, okay, good.
Now for the last test. You have to find a way across the river to the exit on the other side. There's more than one way to get there, depending on your approach and the skills you want to use. It's up to you. Make use of the IFF system to identify enemies. The crosshairs will highlight red over enemies, green over allies, and white over neutrals.
Well, that's handy. was kind of hoping that... Oh, shit. I was kind of hoping the pathing would be, sufficiently old school that it would be, like, straight ahead and nothing else. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Is this going to float? Kinda. I have 6 bullets. Guess it saw me. You'll shoot your eye out. I guess I'm going to die. Trying to shoot the box. Oh my god. Am I terrible? How terrible am I? Ow. That's good. It says this should be explosive. Too heavy to lift, eh? Just a cardboard box, nothing to worry about. Just a cardboard box that's moving. Nothing to worry about. I can't believe that worked. That's so dumb. Oh. I guess it didn't work. I guess I can't lose. I thought it was gonna reset. Oh, I have no legs. Apparently I don't need legs to swim. Thanks. Where the heck is the thing? Ugh, okay. I have no rounds. I have no health. I'm basically dead.
Careful around this TNT. Pick up the boxes and move them around, but crouch to set them down. I don't want to have to reattach your arms.
Too late. I think this is ridiculous and dumb. And I don't know where I'm going. Did we blow up the robot? With the TNT? Oh, good. Ugh. going on? And how do I find out what's going on? I have no way to even break that. Oh, of course, I can't jump because I've got broken legs. Should be able to pull myself up on this thing. No. There we go. Yay, I got across. This is terrible. I've spent 40 minutes on this stupid tutorial. I have a reflection. That's interesting.
Step up to each hologram for more info. When you're through, go out the opposite door.
And you don't get training here, you just get lessons.
The deployment of your NATCO troopers is the central component of all UN peacekeeping occupations.
Sure.
The NSF, the biggest terrorist threat in the US. This national militia group thinks it is
Okay,
right
so
to
good guys are green, bad guys are brown. Ooh, secret door.
Step over to the communicator. There's someone who wants to talk to you.
Manderley likes to hear which agents find this area. They're usually the ones who take terrorists by surprise in the field. Your brother Paul, for instance. All right, carry on. Don't let it go to your head.
Okay, secret area. Cool.
An inexpensive security bot. A favorite of third world countries and corporate security divisions. Not so mobile, but don't be fooled. We've lost plenty of agents to its well-armored assault gun. Like other bots, he's difficult to damage with ordinary bullets. This Page Industries walking turret, marketed to governments worldwide, is the workhorse of most national military forces. Due to the heavy armor, they take little damage from ordinary bullets. If you come up against a bot, you should use an EMP grenade, scrambler grenade, or some kind of explosive.
Thanks.
This is the old augmentation technology, hopefully about to be phased out. Notice the reliance on electronics and servo mechanics, a maintenance nightmare. If I had 2 credits for every repair manual that made me file in my office in the med lab. The Coalition's new nano-augmented agents are nearly indistinguishable from the general population, except that you and your brother don't know how to smile, even for a picture.
Interesting.
Sufficiently impressive, an early success for the whole organization.
Thanks. You from the United Nations?
Your augmentations are a go. The real test comes next. Active duty.
I'm ready, sir.
Yes. Yes, you are.
except that I'm crawling around mostly dead. Medical. Oh, we're back to the main screen. Alright. New game. Finally. Medium. If my real name is JC Denton, and my code name should not be JC Denton. Oh well. Appearance. Oh, that's cool. Sure, we'll take the Terminator looking dude. I didn't know there was going to be a skill thing. You know what? Okay. I'm going to read up on this a little bit. We've gone through a silly trailer, or silly training thing. We're going to come back to this in the next episode. Sorry, everybody, for being so ridiculous, but wait, realistic is the hardest difficulty? Does that mean you only one shot to kill you? Alright, yeah. Thank you for joining me for the beginning of Deus Ex. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll actually, start the game.